For us this morning because my sister's not here. He's out of town. And I also thought about that. How else will people know how to do things if we don't give them a chance to do it? And especially our younger leadership. So I asked him, he's part of our staff anyway, to do this morning. And I appreciate him accepting without any second thought, jump right in. And that's what we want. And it's kind of what I want to talk about this morning, of everybody doing their part. First, I want to thank you again for electing me superintendent. I say thank you. I think church leadership is probably the only place where you don't have any competition for a position. But since I'm here, I must continue my Father's work. Last year during my speech, I talked about the team and getting out of our box. I know some of you did that. More people helped with breakfast. Our weekly attendance increased. I asked you to invest in the children of the Sunday school, and some of you did that by going to other kids or your classmates' functions, such as baseball or softball games. Some of you gave additional monies to the Sunday school, and thank you. Please continue doing all of that, and for you that didn't or couldn't, there's still time to take advantage of the opportunity that you have while you are here. This time around, I want to ask you a question about your involvement in Sunday school. I know you're involved because you're here, or some of you will be watching this online because we're going to send this out. My question to you is, are you committed or are you interested? You may say, what do I mean? There is a difference. Committed is, I'm willing to do what it takes to get the job done. If I fail this time, I will try again. So I ask you, are you committed? If you're late for Sunday school this time, will you change your habit to be here on time the next time? Or will you continue the same pattern? Will you volunteer for the activity that is planned, or will you sit back and hope someone else does it? Definition of committed is bound or obligated to a person or thing, as by pledge or assurance, devoted. Are you committed to the Sunday school and its activities? Because the Sunday school is not just being here on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Some of us are committed to that. But are we making it better by studying our lesson, bringing points of interest to our class discussions, and also being a part of the extracurricular activities such as band ministry, fundraiser ministry? That's me asking you to put extra in the plate, or on your tithes earmarked for the Sunday school, of course. Are you committed to doing your part always, not just this time? How many times in your life have you told someone, I'm going to do it this time, but the next time, and I'll let you finish that sentence. But have we done that? Making a commitment means being there. I'm bound to you, so yes, I'll be there. I understand life happens, and you may not be here next Sunday because life happens. Brother and Sister McAllister couldn't be here this morning because they're in Georgia because they had a commitment already. And I understand that. I'll actually be out in a few weeks because I already have a commitment. That's not what I'm talking about. If we don't see you at 10, then how did you show up for 11 o'clock service unless you had a commitment to go somewhere else? I'll use Brother Henry as an example. He used me a few weeks ago. No, a lot of times he has duties and the positions that he has. And he may miss Sunday school because he has a commitment to go somewhere else. We understand that. I'm talking about a commitment to your Sunday school. And the ones that make it at 10:15 or 10:30, I need you to work on that. I'm not trying to call you out, but I am, because I want your commitment. We don't want to half do things. I don't know if I can motivate you or motivate you to be here on time, but I can emphasize to you how important it is to the learning process to be in the classroom the entire time. When students at the school that I work miss assignments, they have to leave an elective to go work on that assignment that they missed. But think about this. If they leave one class to go to another class to work on an assignment, they just missed assignments from the other class. So they're always behind, in my mind anyway. So that student is always missing out on something. I simply don't want you to miss out. Now I ask if you are committed or interested. Committed, being bound to something. Interested is having the attention or curiosity, engaged, an interested spectator. Are you a spectator? We go to a game, we sit in the stands, we pay our money, and we watch, and we complain, or we yell, or we do whatever. But we're not committed because we're not on the field doing what they do. There's a difference. The ones that are on the field working hard, beating each other up, or whatever it may be, they're committed. They're in it. We leave and we say, they should have done this and they should have done that. And how many times we leave the church and we say, they should have done this and they should have done that. Well, if you're involved, you're committed, and you're going to try to change or fix or make better what you've done and not just talk about it. And that's where we want to be. That's what I mean by commitment. Do you sit back and watch what happens instead of participating? Interested is a member of Sunday school, but I just couldn't get moving this morning. Interested is, I hope they have a picnic, but don't ask me to help plan. Which category are you? Interested is, she's cute. I'd like to ask her out, but you never do. You were just interested. You weren't committed. You never know if she would have said yes. What my young folks said. So that's what I want to tell them about. You never know what's going to happen until you get involved. Because of committed members from this past year, we've had arguably the best vacation Bible school. That's just my opinion, and I didn't do a thing for it. I had people in place were committed to making it a success. They had their way. They weren't put into a box to do it a certain way, and it was great with the help of many volunteers. It was fantastic. That's what I'm looking for in our Sunday school. We had the Carrie J. Allen Scholarship winner. We had the oratorical contestant winner. People were committed to making our areas of the Sunday school a success. Are you willing to commit to the Sunday school in some capacity? We want more kids involved in our activities next year. Are you committed to having your child or grandchild or niece or nephew or some kid that may not have a family member here? Help them be a part of something. Show interest in them. One of my greatest achievements, I shall say, is I've had kids and I had their parents come to me later on saying they really enjoyed playing for you. I may have told this before, and I think about it, and I've thought about certain kids that say that or parents that say that, and I think, but they really didn't play a lot. They really didn't get on the field. But I gave them every opportunity to make themselves better, whether it be at practice or if I could figure out a way to get them in the game. Hey, go play receiver. You got to block this guy. You better stay on it. And I coached him up just like he was anybody else. I was committed to them because I wanted them to be the best that they could be. And I know everybody's not going to go pro or college, but they could be the best and feel good about themselves. And so I've had that, and I've enjoyed that so much. Having a relationship with children is one of the best things you can do. I mean, it makes you feel young, us old people, because they have so much life. I walk from my vehicle to my classroom, and on the way there, I will get at least 20, hey coaches, hey coach, hey coach. It just, I could be here, and by the time I get to my classroom, I'm here because of the interactions that I've had just walking from point A to point B. And so that's what I want us to all be. When we see each other, it should be an uplifting feeling that we have for each other. Not just, oh, there she goes. It needs to be, hey, how you doing? And let's make our Sunday school that much better. I think I'm over there. I know I get off track sometimes. But are you committed to having your children or other children be a part of our Sunday school? We can't commit to everything. I know that. I'm committed to Sunday school, but I'm a superintendent. You put me here, I accept, so I'm going to do what I can do. You are a member. Shouldn't you be also? Committed, that is. Commitment is work. We work on commitments to our spouses, to our children, and many other activities. Our jobs and other organizations that we are a part of Are you a choir member on a church board? Well, we do a lot. But Sunday school to me is the most fun part of the day, and I really believe that, because I can actively participate. I don't have to sit back and just say amen or ouch. I can actually say I have a point when I'm in my classroom. And you don't know when that point makes a difference in someone else's life. And because you realize, I went through that also. So express yourselves in your classroom. If you're not participating in anything like those that I mentioned, find a place in the Sunday school and become a committed working member. There is pleasure in service. Psalm 37:5 says, commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. So commit and let the Lord lead you. You may not know what you can do, but commit to being a part of it, and the Lord will lead. Be willing to get out of your box. Are you committed or just interested? You can start by studying your lesson, showing up on time, interjecting conversation, being on a committee such as breakfast, van, vacation Bible school, picnics, Sunday fun day. You can find a part of Sunday school that can become a great asset. David was a nobody, a sheep herder. Yes, I'm stealing this from the preacher from the revival. What did he become? You can have an impact. If everyone is a part of it, the load is light. What does the pastor say? Many hands make the work light. If we all do a small part, it will seem so easy. Everyone, it's time to take your place. Thank you. Now I will go over so you'll know what we're going to be doing this year. I'm going to announce our teachers, which I think I contacted everybody about what they're going to be doing, which is pretty much the same. Class number 1 will be Brother Todd Jenkins and Sister Noah Thompson. Class number 2 will be Brother Henry Jenkins Jr. and Willie Dillon. Class number 3 will be Brother Larry Snow. Class number 4 will be Helen Jackson and Obadiah Jenkins Jr. Class number 5 will be taught by Brother Chad Bibb and Sister Betty Law. We're going to call that our Gen X class. If you're a Gen Xer, that's the class you're being in. If you think you're a Gen Xer, you can be in that class also. Class number 6 will be our high school, will be Sister Mary Brown and Sister Cheryl Hayes. Class number 7 will be Sister Tina McAllister and Connie Jenkins. Class number 8 will be Roberta Campbell and Marie Courtney. Now we're going to make some adjustments on the age of that class because, well, we're going to make some different ages on that so we can have classes there. And class number 9 will be Jaleesa Scott, Sister Johnny Lynn Jenkins, and Jennifer Beatty. So we went from 10 to 9. We're also going to have a boys class and a girls class, and that will be taught by Derek Jenkins and Todd Jenkins on the boys, and Sister Lisa Willis and Alexia Jenkins on for the girls. And our substitute teachers will be Walter Lord and Alice Snow. Now, I'm going to give a few more things here. I'm ready to cover that. You interrupted me. For the children, first and second Sunday will be normal. Third Sunday will be Bible quiz preparation. They will meet in the back and prepare for the Bible quiz. Reason? This will allow them to prepare as a group and not hinder the parents as much in bringing them to extra practices, although there will be some. Also, I believe it will give them an opportunity to learn more of the Bible, not just 1 or 2 verses. They will learn teamwork and preparation. So they're still learning the Bible, and they will be able to learn more than just what they're supposed to learn for the Bible quiz. They actually learn the Bible. On 4th Sunday, we will have Sunday Fun Day. They will learn Bible lessons as well as playing fun games while they're learning. 5th Sunday will be boys class and girls class for ages 10 and up, and we make adjustments on that for the ages. Teachers will discuss the lesson, but also give them the opportunity to talk daily life positives and negatives, to get an understanding of how the Lord's guidance can and will lead them through all situations. Adult classes will meet normally on 1st through 3rd Sunday. 4th Sunday will be our Bible game day. 5th Sunday will be class presentation day. I know I haven't talked to you about this, but we're going to do this. I will ask the class to present to the Sunday school in their own way. It could be one teaching it, or it could be the whole class doing something. Also, anyone that wants to be a part of my adult game day, you can let me know. I'll be happy to let you be a part of that. Now, I want you to understand this. You need to make your class your own. I've had people talk about we don't have enough time. I understand that. Now, of course, since we're coming out of COVID, we've been starting at 10 because of that situation. But I'm going to tell you something. It's okay for you to start your class at 9:45 or 9:30. The church will be open. Don't look for someone to say, this is the time we're starting. You have to get out of your box and take ownership of what you have. It is okay for you to start your class at any time you want, as long as it's before 10 o'clock, not after. Because it's your class. Make it your own. If I have to run it, that's not good. You do your part. And you have. My point on this is back to the commitment. Are we committed to doing the best we can in our class, or are we just going to go status quo? And I don't want that. I've never been one to settle. And if you put me in this position, I'm going to give you what I got. I assume that's why you put me here. So make your class your own. Be positive for your class in Sunday school. We've lost some committed souls over the past couple of years. And it's been tough. But my thing is, someone has to take their place. We have to step up. I don't have Daryl Thompson anymore, who I could call and say, this is what I need. And he'd say, okay, coach. I don't have Darsh Bradley, where I can call and say, this is what I need. And she fussed at me, then she say, okay. So we need, Sweet West needs you. As the old Army thing used to say, we need you. We need you. Because if you're waiting on one or two people, it's not going to get done. It takes a village, and that's what we are. We need to be that. We're not looking for glory. I'm not looking for any, not one bit. Not one bit. But I do want us to be the best Sunday school that we can be. In the lesson this morning, one of the stories were the women's group. Some of you may have read that, where one lady was like, well, she can't win it because she didn't sign up her people. Well, I brought 4, and I should win. That's kind of how she was. And that's how people are sometimes. We want to win. And the lady that was over was like, but she brought 18 people, and that's just wonderful. It made our women's group so much better. But she wanted to win. We don't want to win. The point was in that story was, she brought 18 people, just made our women's group so much better. And you worried about a $50 gift card. Well, we need to be worried about those 18 souls that she just brought here. Let's uplift them. So that's what it's all about. We shouldn't be looking for glory. I'll gladly give away a $50 gift card if we get 18 people up in here saying, I want to be a part of this. I'll even double it, and nobody helped me do that. So we need to take ourselves out of it. And what can we do for other people? That's what I want from our Sunday school. When people come here, when we get a visitor, they need to feel wanted. And that's what we can do in our Sunday school class, because this is where we can interject. It's hard to interject conversation with someone that just come for church, because they in and they out. But in Sunday school, we can make a difference in people's lives. And your personality, your happiness, your Christian experience can help people to do that. Sunday school. Now, here we go. This month, we're going to try this. Sunday school, back to Sunday school, will be 4th Sunday of this month. So, spread the word. We'll get some advertisements out, but please spread the word. Those that haven't been coming to Sunday school, those that you see at 11 o'clock, tell them you want to see them at 10 o'clock. As we talked, there's no reason for us not to see you at 10 and we see you at 11, unless there was a prior commitment. Sunday school picnic will be September 30th at Camp Pioneer as of now. And we need volunteers for that. If you want to volunteer, please see Sister Alexia. It doesn't mean you have to do all the work, but we need you to help plan and get activities, and we want your ideas. Okay. So that is my address for this coming year. I know it wasn't as good as last year's. I looked at last year's. I did pretty good. But this year's, I just wanted to make sure that we are committed to doing what we say we're about. Not just being a member of Sunday school, but being a fully devoted worker of our Sunday school. Okay. All right, thank you all so much for listening to me.